Finding a co-founder is one of the hardest things to do when you're starting out your business, but it doesn't have to be, as long as you know where to look. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a few places where you can look for your next co-founder. So the number one place that I suggest looking for a co-founder is at hackathons. Hackathons are basically events that are done during the weekend where you're given a problem and you and some random people that show up to that event all work on that problem in teams together to come up with a startup idea. In that type of environment, you can really get to know how people work, and you get to meet people who are like-minded, ambitious entrepreneurs. This is a good way to start the relationship, and it's also a mini test to see, okay, what would it look like to work with this person long-term? I recommend meeting somebody there, building that relationship, and then have several meetings over time to see if you can be viable partners. The second place that I recommend is looking in your network. This is people who are your friends or your potential past colleagues that you've worked with that know you very well. Because if you think about this, with a startup, you have to work with this person potentially for the next 10 years. Somebody in your network probably is somebody that you would like to do that with. And even if they're not, they might know somebody who would be a good fit to be your co-founder. And it's like a warm introduction. So I would highly recommend looking within your network and seeing if there's somebody that could potentially be a co-founder for you there. The third place I recommend is a startup accelerator or incubator like Antler. Antler is one of the best places to find a co-founder because they handpick people who are both in tech or in business and bring them together and help facilitate the meetings between those types of people. I found several co-founders through Antler, and it was one of the best experiences I've had, and there's no other program like it. And the best part about it is you can do the program multiple times, and if you fail, and see if you can find somebody in different cohorts. The fourth place I recommend is actually LinkedIn. When I didn't find a co-founder in my first Antler cohort, I actually posted a job on LinkedIn. LinkedIn allows you to get one free job post. And what I did was I posted that I was looking for a CTO, and I explained in the job post that it would be unpaid and it would be for equity. I had many people applied, and that's how I found my first co-founder. So you can find co-founders through LinkedIn and other ways of posting jobs. You just have to be very clear that it's going to be for equity and not for something that you can pay them right away. And then the fifth and final place that I think that you could find a co-founder potentially is through networking at meetups. So there are various meetups that have different topics such as AI or climate tech or other types of meetups where you'll be able to meet people and talk about your idea and hear other people's ideas as well. This could be a very good place if you know how to network to find a co-founder to work on your idea with. It's very important to remember that you need to talk about the difficult things at the beginning. Too many co-founders break up once they start making money or once things start getting hard because they don't have the difficult conversations at the beginning. And the number one thing that they should be talking about before any dollars come in or any dollars are spent on the project is equity. At Antler, they actually made us have this conversation at the beginning so that we didn't have any situations later on as we were working on our idea to break us up. Because if the equity is uneven, then it could be something that breaks people apart. If there's two co-founders, a 50-50 split is recommended. If there's three co-founders, 33-33-33, with one person maybe get 1% more, is highly recommended. Now, there could be an argument that if it was your idea and you had some spent money already on the idea, you'd want more of an equity share, and that's fine, but being upfront with the people that you're bringing on is very important, and making sure it's fair. You don't want to just have 80% of the equity for yourself and then 20% for your co-founder. You need to be more realistic in that sense. You got to make sure you motivate your co-founders to want to be in that journey with you long term. Another piece of advice I have for making sure that your co-founder is somebody that you want to work with long term is coming up with some sort of diagram or matrix and understanding who's going to be in charge of what. Let's say, for example, you have a technical co-founder and a business co-founder, but the technical co-founder only wants to focus on the tech and nothing else. That means no recruitment, that means no sales, no marketing, or whatever. And that's fine, but if this person over here has to do everything else, then they should get more equity, right? So we need to make sure that there's a balance there and that one co-founder isn't doing all of the work and the other co-founder isn't doing anything. You guys need to work together in order to build this business for the long term. And it's very important that you ask each other, okay, what area of the business are you going to focus on? What am I going to focus on? And how can we work together to make something bigger than ourselves? There's this really great resource I got in Antler. It's the 50 co-founder questions. I'm going to attach it in the link below. When you're going through and having an interview with a potential co-founder, these are really great questions to discover. So I hope this helps you next time you're looking for a co-founder for your business idea. Remember, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Building a startup is super hard, but it doesn't have to be. If you have a co-founder, you can build it together and build something that's truly extraordinary.